Greetings everyone and welcome to my first video in my ultimate form. Well, actually, technically speaking, the first video was the introduction video, but meh, details. Anyway, as I was saying, my first video in my ultimate form. I have reached the peak of my existence, but not quite the peak of my potential. We can still go even further beyond. And as my first step to reach a height no Vtuber has ever reached before, I will be reacting to anime memes. This dramatic ambience doesn't really fit the message well, does it? Now listen here, okay? My epic grand finale. The dramatic conclusion of this entire adventure is the act of taking over this world. But I can't do it alone. Only leaders can do that. But there exists no leader that doesn't have a community to lead. So I need to create a community before I can get to the juicy stuff. And the best way to do that is by making funny videos that everyone will want to watch. Don't judge me, okay? Anyway, as I stated before, we're gonna be reacting to some anime memes on the r/animemes subreddit. This intro is already way too long, so let's just get straight into it, okay? So for our very first meme, we've got always read the tags. The first 2 pages of the doujin looking like 02, just cuddling it out, everything's fine. And then the other 90 pages, non-stop, super, very intense action times. Yeah, you gotta always read them tags before you get somewhere, otherwise you're gonna end up reading some sort of weird stuff you didn't want to read first, like getting into some weird psychological terror or, you know, exactly that. Unless that's what you want, in which case, I'm not going to judge you, just you do you know best. Alright, we've got our main anime character, looking super strong, having blonde hair. Many of them have blonde hair, but they're all super strong and all super buff. But then their voice actor is actually secretly a girl with a very masculine voice, just doing the voice acting. Yeah, the voice actors behind the anime characters can be really weird and wacky sometimes. But usually they're not actually that bad. They still sound very similar. Although I will say that the Japanese males do tend to sound very feminine a lot of the time. Us Westerners though, we all have a deep, manly voice. Yeah, that's right. Very deep voices. When you call him stupid 3 times a day and wonder why hasn't he fallen for you yet. And then we got this girl right here, I don't actually know where she's from. I think she's from Evangelion or something. Probably a tsundere. I don't need to see any more of that, it's already clear as day. If you show hate for someone, but want them to love you, definitely a tsundere. Okay, we've got some text here. In March 2008, a conviction against Serena Kazukara was overturned because of her bust size. Allegedly, Kozakura broke through a man's apartment and climbed through a hole 72 centimeters by 22 in the door. The verdict was overturned when the court found that Kazukara's breasts were too large to get through the hole. Ooh boy, those are some big honkers, huh? And then we've got some art lower there. Observe. I rest my case, Your Honor. You know, a lot of the times people say that flat is justice, but this time, the boobs have proven their worth, and now the boobs are the justice. Let's go, boys, you love to see it. Finally, someone called me their little PogChamp, thanks stranger. And then we've got someone named Blue Awu with a certain shark girl profile picture donating $100 saying, could you please say, fine, I guess you are my little PogChamp, come here. And then we've got a video that someone titled, I spent €100 for Callie to call us her little PogChamp. And then everybody's reaction to that is, carefully, he's a hero. If I remember correctly, didn't the little PogChamp meme come from Lost Paws? I think that's where it came from. I'm not sure whether he was the first one to say it or not. because memes just kind of come and go, you never even know where they come from anymore. But that's where I remember it from, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Maybe one day I'll also make my own meme, but that'll probably be a while from now. Okay, so we've got Joey the anime man making a tweet saying, so today I learned that HMVs are a real thing, like hentai music videos or off-brand music videos, whatever you wanna call them. Like AMVs, except instead of anime they use footage of some quality material. And then we've got the Oxysome anime community reacting with, oh my god, that's disgusting. Where? There's a whole bunch of anime themed contractions nowadays. There's AMVs, now there's HMVs, there's also MMDs. I don't even know what any of them mean, I just know they exist. Actually, didn't MMD stand for Miku Miku Dance? Why is it called the Miku Miku Dance? Who named it that? Okay, so Miku Miku Dance is actually the name of the program they use to make these animation things. Good to know. You learn something new every day, huh? A gamer moment that only happens once in a lifetime. We've got a message from the guy who was last online 8 years ago, coming out from the middle of nowhere, all ragged clothed, and then me who was about to delete the game being like, oh my god, this guy is still alive? Impossible. Yeah, that sort of thing happens a lot with a lot of the very old games that nobody ever plays anymore. 8 years is a very long time for a game to still be alive and to be played by someone. But some games too survive the test of time, and if that ever happens, you know it's a pretty good game. When you and the boys are playing for fun, but then the enemy team says easy, and we've got the Blendes girl transforming into the main characters of the JoJo anime. It is on. You asked for this. You have chosen death. Yeah, I do hate when that happens. But usually, I personally don't really play games for competitive nature, although I do play very well whenever I do play. Like, I don't really play games competitively, but I really like the art of winning, so I usually try to aim for that goal, and I usually end up doing pretty well at that as well. I've got a natural talent for gaming, that I will hopefully one day show you as well. That would be great. And here we've got someone that thinks that silver-haired girls are the best. How I saw people with white hair when I was young, and it's two old people just casually walking along, being old but having fun. But the way you see them now is as young anime girls with their silver, beautiful hair, longer hair, shorter hair. They're all cool. There's a lot of debate on which hair color is the best in the anime community. But let's be honest here. All colors of hair are totally fine. Everyone's got their preferences. I personally like my hair colors as yellow or pink though. Many of my favorite anime girls hold exactly that type of hair, so that's just the way it goes, I guess. As for males though, personally the darker colors are better, which is why I have darker color myself, with a bit of red and orange accent, because those are good colors. Do you like my hair? It's beautiful, isn't it? It's nice, isn't it? I know you love it. Yahi's once a year transformation. We start off with her looking very nice, but then what if she was festive? And then we put on some Christmas clothing, but then we're like, what if she was PADORUS? And then she's in the form of a PADORUS and everybody is just raising their hands up to pray for their new god in the form of PADORUS. Oh god, the PADORUS are returning now, aren't they? Christmas is coming soon, and we all know once Christmas comes, the PADORUS come right afterwards. Fortunately, there's no PADORUS version of me just yet, so I'm safe. For now. We've got a long tweet here. If an individual has never tried broccoli and another has tried it once and both say I do not like broccoli, who has the more valid claim? In this essay, I'll explain why it is more straight to fluff a dude in the ass once than not at all. And then everybody's reaction to that is, I feel like it's kind of right, but I also kind of feel it's kind of wrong. Oof. The man's got a point. But also it doesn't quite feel right, but the man's got a point. But sometimes you just have to let your inner instinct take control. If you wanna fluff a dude, go ahead. But if you don't wanna fluff a dude, you shouldn't try it to figure out if you wanna do it more or not. This is Life Tips with Vaza. You're welcome. Someone likes the direction that this episode is going, because this episode contains explicit content that may be inappropriate for younger viewers. And we got a girl saying, I need to make money somehow, huh? Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Ooh no, where is this episode going? But it also might be something a lot more wholesome than we might think. Or it might just simply be a hentai. But in that case, that message up there is probably unnecessary. Because, you know, that's why you're there. That's what you came there for. Extroverts, when having a conversation with another extrovert and they're just having a casual time talking, no problems. But then extroverts, when they see that there's an introvert that's just minding their own business by themselves, and they're like, oh ho ho ho, now this is a job for me. Get me in there. I need that conversation. Yeah, extroverts having communication with introverts is not the most prettiest thing in the world. The extroverts just wanna chat, and the introverts, they don't know how to chat, and then they're just both awkward. But I want to chat, but I also can't because I literally cannot speak words correctly most of the time. Like, even right now, I am word machine, translator of the worlds. Yes. Why are cats so cute when they pose like this? And then we've got a tiger stretching in the snow. We got a lion stretching in the sand. We got a cat stretching on the sidewalk, and then we've got one that is not quite like the others. I hope that cat girls are the future. Everyone wants them. Elon Musk, we're all looking at you. You are our Lord and Savior who will bring cat girls to reality. But with that, I think we'll call it here for our third episode of r/good animemes. I hope you all enjoyed watching this first video, and if you did, make sure to press the like button. And if you really enjoyed watching this and want to see more content like this in addition to taking over the world eventually, then make sure to also press the subscribe button so you don't miss any future uploads. And also, if you want to help me take over the world eventually, you can support me on Patreon. With your support, I can do things like buying new hardware and getting a better internet and, you know, buying food, because that's also pretty useful. And that's about it. I'll see you in the next video. But until then, take care everyone.